Like once it's not intentional, it loses its meaning completely. Say cooking rendang 4 times in a row, right? I'll be like, okay, I'm sick of this. I don't want to do this anymore.
This is why we are friends.
Yeah.
This is exactly why we are
Correct.
friends. Welcome to another episode of the Dabao Show. In this series, Days Off, we follow guests from the F&B industry on the day off to see what they get up to, have a meal with them, have a bit of tea, and maybe spill a bit as well. For today, our guest is Carmen, also known as Gravy Baby.
Hi, I'm Carmen. I'm an art director and I run this thing called Gravy Baby. And on my days off, I like to stay at home and play with my cats.
How do you get started with cooking?
A bit of context, my mom used to be a chef and she had her own restaurant. So like, you know, being a chef and owning our own restaurant means being at the restaurant most of the time. Growing up, I would have to cook my own meals. So like, yeah, she sent me to childcare until like a certain age, and then after a while she realized that, oh, okay lah, actually she can just stay at home and come back after school, but then she would need to feed me remotely. So then she'll correct.
When food delivery is one of the thing, yeah.
Correct. So I think one thing my mom made very clear is that I need to have home cooked food. Like my siblings and I, we need to have home cooked food. So she'll prep like maybe the base, right? And then it started off with me just heating stuff up. She'll make me like brown rice porridge in a slow cooker. So by the time I come back from school, it's already ready, right? And then she'll tell me, if you don't like the taste of it, this you can season it with this. I think I was like in primary school maybe. Hey, hold on, I need to go and like make the soup a bit smaller, the flame. I can smell it. BRB.
Oh, I can actually smell it too.
Yeah.
Hey, I want that pepper powder.
Hey, this one
Yeah, can you help me pay for it first?
Can.
Then I'll pay down you.
Can, no
I
problem.
realized I don't have cash because I went to market at 7 a.m. already.
It's okay, I pay now everything.
Oh, hey, okay then I pay now.
那个你有没有 turmeric leaf？ 1块多少 ？Angelo， 我要 bitter gourd。 My mom's a chef and she knows that I have this interest in cooking and like cooking for friends, right? But she never wanted me to turn this into a career because she knows how hard grinding in the kitchen is like, can be, and then I'm doing like a desk-bound job, right? And to her it's like, you know what, you have a comfortable life, let's just, hi chatty, stick with that. You know, don't cook, don't go to the kitchen, don't tire yourself out, don't slog in the kitchen, you know, I don't want that for my children, blah blah blah. So then I
Decided to be funny.
I decided to be funny lah, you know. Sometimes I ask her like, hey mom, how do I cook this? I want to cook for my friend.
Yeah.
You know, like I have a potluck to go to. Can you teach me how to make this?
But she kinda...
No, she didn't know.
Okay, she didn't
At
know
first she was like, yeah, okay, you know, like I do this. Then after that, like, you know how moms, moms and recipes, right?
Yeah, we're protective.
Not just protective, she cannot remember what to tell me lah. Because everything to her is just muscle memory. Yeah, when she goes into the kitchen, it's like, I need this. So for her to verbalize it, right, it's very different. So then I would have to go and do my research and fill in the gaps. And then like just taste until it tastes exactly like my mom's. Back to the first ever pop-up that I did with Bunker, right? I did this asam pedas somen. So I know I wanted asam pedas, but I wanted it cold. Like a cold noodle situation. I was serving. Then this lady walked in and she just looked at me and said, hey, can I ask you, do you know an Irene? Then I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yes, that's my mom. It's like, no wonder this asam pedas is Irene's asam pedas. I'm like, Then I told her like, hey, it was Byron's mom.
Yeah.
Byron's mom. Okay, Byron's family, they used to
frequent visit, right? I think back when Byron
lived at Changi.
Yeah.
So then I told Byron and Byron's mom, I looked them dead in the eye. I said, please don't tell my mom that I'm doing this pop-up. Like, please keep this down low, okay? Because she doesn't want me to do it. Then they were like, yeah, or whatever lah. And I don't know whether it's motherly instinct or they did tell my mom in the end. But like, one day I went home and she just looked at me again. She was like, Carmen, don't think I don't know what you're doing. I have my little birdies around. Like, okay. Well,
there's only one.
Gonna expose. But I don't know whether they told my mom or really it's like motherly instinct lah. She's like good about things like that. I don't know.
You know, you still haven't asked her to this day.
Yeah, really. No, even if I ask her, she won't tell me. Yeah, a good spy doesn't reveal the sources. Yeah,
that's true. Coffee cannot, right?
Yeah.
This one's expensive.
Oh, okay.
It does now that it's attracting her.
No lah, nothing attracts her one lah. She just being. Oh, you know what attracts her? Seafood. She loves seafood. Charlie is damn angel. He he doesn't do this kind of nonsense.
Can't make the shit up about fish and cats.
Yes, correct. But the funny thing is they're not supposed to have a lot of fish. It's not good for them. They are carnivores. So
the irony of that fish can, the canned fish.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, you know, sometimes you see imagery of cats drinking milk, right?
Yeah, they're lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolerant.
That I know. I think there was an episode of Mythbusters saying about the whole cats are lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
So then actually the whole Tom and Jerry, like they're always drinking milk.
Correct.
Then I was like,
Back then I was in this same company as well, so day job art director, right?
Okay.
And before that I was an illustrator.
Yeah.
So I really just pour my heart and soul into like illustration. That's where I get my creative outlet from, illustrating, right?
Okay.
And like, hello! Yeah, but then I fell out of love with illustration. I went in a deep hole, couldn't get myself out of it. And then every week I just asked myself, why can't I draw anymore? It was a stress relief for me, and then it turned into something that I was questioning myself and like really just a lot of turmoil internally. Okay. So then one day Chong was like, hey, you know what? You like to draw, you like to cook, why don't you just combine it together and like see what comes out of it?
Okay.
And I just thought, wow, you know what? It's right in front of me and I never ever thought of combining the two together, right? Because like, how would that work? So then I thought like, okay lah, you know what? Let's just try cooking and then see where my illustrations can fit into the bigger picture. And like back then I had a lot of thoughts and ideas about like what Gravy Baby is, but what I know is I just needed an outlet lor. I was just cooking my own, just recording it on Instagram, and I did it because like my memory is damn bad, and I needed to somehow find a way to archive all of these things, right? It's like sometimes how do I cook it? You know, you don't have to write. I don't have to like go and find my notebook or whatever. I mean, like everything's so visual, right? I just go onto my archives.
We talked on the brand image, like how you represent yourself and how you created the brand has to always stay true. In theory, like you started off your Gravy Baby with, you know, the Peranakan food or that, but I don't know if one day you'll ever change to like American diner or something. Maybe as an event or something.
I mean, that is the beauty of pop-ups, right?
Yes.
You get to experiment and like, it's not like you're serving regulars. For my mom, it was important for her to just do Peranakan because like...
That's a shop.
Yeah, you know, with this pop-up model, you get to have a little bit more fun.
More flexible. You keep your identity still there, but there's a leg room out. Anytime you can like want to stretch your leg, you can stretch it go a bit further. That's
the most fun thing about doing a pop-up law, is that it's so vague.
Yeah,
that you can essentially do anything you want. Just as long as it tastes good, makes sense, makes me feel good, you know?
Oh, okay.
Then after that, other than that, you don't see much. You only see like global ads running here. Is that Charlie? Charlie, were you scared? The whole time he was standing here? Oh. He only does that when he hears weird things outside.
So your first gig away from home as Gravy Baby is at Bunker Bunker.
It was Bunker Bunker's first pop-up, and it was my first pop-up. We were thinking, okay, do we just cook whatever, or we at least have a little narrative around like what we're serving lah. So I said like, okay, maybe we can do like a beer food pairing kind of thing. And then after that we came out with a bunch of stuff lah. And then we landed up with 2 mains and 1 dessert. Okay, I've never done a pop-up in my life. I didn't see back then like how the logistics would be that difficult. I just went like, okay, let's do it, you know.
You think you're like cooking for dinner and then you just
think I didn't think that. I think it was more of the excitement of wanting to pair things together than anything else. So I knew that I would have to figure out how to get this done. I mean, the logistic stuff was at the back of my head, but it was never like a deterring factor. That was the first time I experienced a slam in the kitchen by myself with Shamin. Yeah. And I think we did 2 days, if I'm not wrong.
Apart from slamming from service, right? There was also a slam from prep.
Yes.
Let's just say your pop-up is Saturday, Friday, Saturday. You still need like, okay, you need things, okay, I'm going to do 60 portions of everything.
Correct.
Right?
It's a guesstimation.
Yeah, so there's that whole stress factor of like the start of the event first.
Correct.
And then your during, when you're actually doing the prep. And then
the serving.
You cleared 1, 2, and now 3. So like, I'm going to be cooking, and then you have that stress like,
everything got to come out nice or
Correct.
at least 80-90% to the standard that you want. And because it's event, right? Like
Yeah.
sometimes it's just fast and it's just boom, boom, boom.
Slam,
boom,
slam,
boom.
slam, 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 no
And then-
rest, slam, 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 drink, drink,
Yeah,
drink,
yeah,
drink.
yeah. And then all of a sudden like, oh, day 1 clear. Oh,
Yeah.
still have day 2.
Yeah.
Maybe I sold 80 arancinis. Do I prepare more?
Correct.
Or
Do I
like-
prepare more or do I go sold out? Hi! Brought my friends. Okay, so today, this is BK, my friend.
Hello, hello, hello.
Today I want 500-gram coconut. And then, do you have tapioca? Grated tapioca? Don't have ah? Wow! They lor. I see. Okay, maybe Friday I come and buy from you.
Yeah, sure.
Just put it inside can already.
Can I ask what is this?
This is eggplant.
Oh, the baby eggplant.
Baby eggplant.
No, no, I thought one got the
Oh,
purple
can I
mark.
cook it with curry?
Yeah.
Something spicy one.
Spicy, right? Thank you, 650.
Okay,
Thank you. See you soon, see you on Friday. Okay, when you're prepping, it gets tiring. When you're figuring out the logistics for the pop-up itself, it can get really stressful and anxiety-inducing, right? But once you're cooking,
You forget.
you forget.
The cooking part is what I guess we both love. It's what we like to do.
Yes, you enter that flow state.
Yeah.
And then it's really just like order 1, order 2, bang out, bang
Yes,
out, bang
yes.
out. And then it's you really enter this flow state, and right after the pop-up, right, you're then tired.
Yeah.
But 2 days later, you're like, wow, I had so much fun
Yeah.
today. I get to spend time with my friends.
Yeah.
I get to make new friends.
Yeah.
I get to share what I love, which is the food that I cook with people.
As long as event happens smoothly, everything went well, went good.
Yes, no one died
yeah.
from eating my food.
Yeah, it can be a very scary factor. First time you're like always thinking like,
yeah.
oh my god.
Because I'm
like,
prepping some stuff at home.
Yeah.
And like my mom's a chef, so she would know how to ensure everything is clean.
Yes,
Everything
yes.
is like
the hygiene levels have been met.
checked. Yeah. So that is something that scares the shit out of me. I mean, like that was when the whole spice thing happened. I don't want this to be me, you know. Like you can tell me my food is shit, but as long as you're alive, right? After eating my food, I'm like, okay. At least I didn't cause someone to be sick or like kill someone. I think like that was one of the biggest like worry and fear that I had in me.
I've never seen you make coffee before.
I don't. I used to Leon. I'm not a coffee guy. I don't know why. I just consume.
BK Barista King.
I think it seems right. We're going by vibes. Like what comes
Yeah,
to say.
it's by vibes,
You
man.
don't weigh rice, you don't weigh coffee. I'm gonna get shocked by all the coffee people in the community.
I wear coffee, okay? I'm not an imbecile, yeah?
They're just at this point of time we're taking hits at each other. Yeah.
True.
We went through so many pop-ups by ourselves or like even together. Let's talk about some things that we need to think about when we do a pop-up. First of all, I think the biggest thing is actually logistics.
Yes.
I think people tend to forget during the cooking process, like it's just cook, right? But I think number one is about like storage.
Correct.
Let's just say you're cooking here to bring to my place, right? I think you're going to think about containers.
Do I wrap the entire stock pot
Yeah, or just
and
bring it
count my
over.
blessings?
Yes.
Usually I do that lah. Yeah. I'll wrap the shit out of it with cling wrap, and then after that
I'll
I'll
bring over.
put it in my little trolley and go like, please don't spill.
Yeah.
I like to just throw a bunch of stuff onto the dish to finish it. So a lot of textures, a lot of crunches, a lot of toppings.
Yeah. Can they last like the moment you cook fried garlic already? Can it like last all the way there? Or
Yeah.
like, oh, BK has fried garlic, then okay, I don't need to. And there's just storage things.
Yeah.
And then there's equipment.
Equipment, transportation.
Yeah, the knives.
Yeah.
Come down to the silliest things, right? Plates.
Yes.
Plates.
No, it
What?
comes down to serious things. Oil.
Oil. Yes.
Ah!
Oil.
It's like you have to deep fry things, and then someone has like maybe
Olive oil only.
olive oil only, and I'm like,
And
oh
then
shit.
Oh shit, I have to
Yeah,
go get.
I need neutral oil.
Yeah. It's really the specifics of things, right?
Yeah. So like what I usually do is that, and you know me, I'm very last minute. I'm a big picture person, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make rendang today.
Yeah.
This is what I need. Then I'll ask them like, hey, do you have this,
yeah.
like salt, pepper,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of thing? Like, okay lah, just
In case
for-
you need to touch it up there, or like
Correct.
additional coconut milk or anything.
With pop-ups, right, the most leceh thing is remembering and making sure that you bring everything from your house to the location.
It's that organization of
It's
like,
that organization,
a checklist.
it's time management. I
Yes.
think, yeah, because I hold a full-time job, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like I can stay at home and prep 3 days, 4 days prior. And I do it alone, so then, yeah, it's really just on me to plan my time properly. I think I learned that from my mom.
And it's also prep, like sometimes like you think it's enough, right? I'm gonna prep 10 portions.
Yeah.
But then on the day itself, maybe you drop one.
Yeah.
Or like you give someone too much. So like there's always that, okay, I'm going to prep 120%, 150%.
And then you have to think about staff meal.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, that's also a very important thing. I
Correct.
think like as we're doing this entire prep thing, like we kind of like forget we also need to eat ourselves.
And we have to feed the people around
Yes.
us. There you go.
Merci. Oh!
I saw the video.
Cute, oh? I got it off Carousel for $5. I know. I'm gonna blend this.
Oh, dude, it's hard.
Yeah.
This blender sucks. Food processor.
One part that we might have missed out is like the money aspect of things. If honestly, if you think about money only, then it's nothing wrong, but it's just going to be very monetary, and it's like, of course, earning money is important. Not going to deny that, but we're also sensible to it, like how much we want to get out of it. And sometimes it's not about, wow, I must sell 1,000 portions.
Yeah.
Sometimes 100 portions is enough.
100 portions is enough to get your point across, you know?
Yes. And sometimes less is more, right?
Yes.
Like, why go through the hassle of like putting your pressure through like 1,000 portions when like actually 100 is really taking the toll on you.
Yes.
And just keep it simple, do it well. People always feel like, oh, it's since I already take this day, you know, I might as well like maximize this. I mean, it's not a wrong way to think about it. But
It's definitely not a wrong way. I think when I started, it was really like that. Like, you know, I go through all the trouble of doing this pop-up, right? I might as well just like multiply it 2 times, 3 times.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to multiply than to do something small.
The idea of scaling sounds easy.
Yes.
But it comes back, then it affects the other things like the labor, the storage.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure if you sold that $1,000, the 1,000 portions,
Good for me.
But you know it's gonna take a toll on you at the back of the day, because sometimes even when we do 100 portions, like, we are like, that was already like back aching and tiring.
That's
and then like you think, wow, lucky I actually didn't do 1,000.
Yeah. Then you'll take the fun out of it.
Yes.
Then it becomes a chore.
Yes.
And you're not really enjoying yourself anymore.
Because if you did this as a fun thing in the first place, so
You want to keep it fun.
Yes, you want to keep it fun, because once the full money aspect come to it, then it starts becoming a chore, like what you mentioned. That whole level of planning and everything also scales up when you scale up.
Yeah.
So then, was it worth?
Yeah, was it worth?
Money is important, but at the same time, I don't know, to me, like I want to cover my basis of stuff, like all the costs that I spent on, and some labor and logistics covered.
Yeah, me too.
Then anything extra
It's a bonus.
is a bonus. I noticed you have very good angular sense just now.
Because I'm an art director, okay?
Bro, get 50. I'm gonna get caught for this, bro.
Hi, my name is BK. I make bean water.
Does it get hard to cope after a while, especially when you have to juggle both things?
I think I'm also very guarded about my time. I know that like I have X amount of time, but I know I want to do this much things. And it's just about really saying no to certain things so that I can say yes to the things that matter.
It's about prioritizing your time.
Then asking myself again, is this what Gravy Baby wants to do, and is this where I want to be, and is this fun for me? I think a lot of the times, just because I have a day job, I get the luxury of asking myself, is this going to be fun? Is this going to fit into the narrative that I want to sell, or I want to, not say sell, sell is such a...
Monetary.
Yeah, more like this is what I want to do like, you know, after doing a lot of pop-ups, right, it's really just the same model, and then if I'm cooking the same thing 3 times, 4 times, then like it just takes the fun away from it already. Like I'm not experimenting, right? I'm not creating anything new. I'm not creating anything that excites me. It is a hobby, and like I want to do more stuff with Gravy Baby, not just pop-ups. Same pop-up model, but like different things that are a little bit more intentional. Like once it's not intentional, it loses its meaning completely, and I get disgruntled very easily. When say cooking rendang 4 times in a row, right? I'll be like, okay, I'm sick of this. I don't want to do this anymore.
This is why we are friends.
Yeah.
This is exactly why we are friends.
Correct. So like I guess with Gravy Baby, I put in so much because it's a very huge part of me. It is me, right? Yeah, and to do things that is not me makes me angry. Yeah, not angry lah. It just makes me damn disgruntled or frustrated. Then like, why am I doing this in the first place? And like a lot of existential questions which I don't want to be asking myself when I'm doing something that I love. I always tell people that my favorite person to cook for is myself. Really, it's like, wow, I get to experiment. I know what I want to eat. Today I want to have girl dinner. I'll have girl dinner. You know, there's no pressure in that.
I guess we can both agree, like, it is worth to a certain extent when we do this kind of things. It's really fruitful. I won't say it's all positive, but there's definitely fruitful moments and like
more positive, fruitful moments than negative. If not, like,
we won't be doing this
it anymore. Yeah. That's right. The funny thing is, we built this house so that we can host. And one thing we wanted to do is to host like communal dinners for Gravy Baby. There are so many like home dining businesses out there, right? And they're doing so well. And I don't want to enter the market without a niche or for the sake of, you know, I want to see what gaps are there out there, and I want to fill that gap instead of adding to, like, you know, like Peranakan food, you can go to so and so to eat, but then there's no meaning in that already. It's not intentional anymore. So I think everything I do with Gravy Baby, right, is very intentional. Down to flavors, everything is intentional, and I don't want to just create something for the sake of, because at the end of the day, it has to make sense and it has to be fun for me. So I need to be damn sure that this is what I want to put out and the message I want to send. Not like, hey, everybody come to my house for private dining, you know. I think like what I excel in is home cooking, and I think I'm going to do something about that, but I think it needs another element in order for it to not feel like just another private dining thing. People have to come and walk away with something. Yeah, that's what matters to me lah.
But what does Carmen want to do?
Carmen wants to do whatever Gravy Baby wants to do. Yeah. I think because like it's very hard to separate. I think it's really me, like my heart and my soul and my history and whatever, right, into this little platform that I call Gravy Baby. It's very hard to separate that. Like Gravy Baby is my identity. Yeah, so what I want to do, I don't know.
you do what you want to do.
Do what I want to do, cook all.